Don't take my guns.
All right, gentlemen. Come on now. We finna pump it up.
If it ain't Pike, it ain't right.
Ooh.
I heard if it ain't Pike, it ain't right. If Pike ain't give it to you, we can't respect it. No Pike, no rights.
All right. So look, I want to bring everybody up and say greetings to everybody. Greetings to everybody. Ooh wee, come on now. Come on now. Let me see, moderate activities now here. Show activity. Greetings to everybody who's coming on and going to be joining us in just a little while here. So we're talking tonight. Let me see, can I do something with this real quick? There you go. There you go. I had to do something with that real quick. But tonight we're talking about the Grand College Rites of the United States of America. These particular rites are called the Rites of Memphis and Misraim. So we're going to have this conversation tonight. And if any of the panel wants to tune in and say something, you have that right to do so. So will somebody go please get Master Yoda and tell him that I'm live on this YouTube channel? And he's welcome to attend, and I can send him a link if he wants to here. But if not, and he wants to take some of this and chop it up, he's certainly welcome to go ahead and do whatever he has to do. But this is going to be about the college, the Grand College, United States of America, the Memphis Misraim. Those rights that they tell us, hey, you can't, no, those rights are clandestine. You don't have those rights. We're going to have this conversation tonight because too many times, you know, I hear people, you know, you're this and you're that and that right, them primitive rights you got are all clandestine. Well, tonight we're going to have this conversation. And I think this is going to be something good. I'm going to share this screen with you real quick here. And let's see what we got here in regards to these particular rights real quick. Nope, not that one. Yep, let's do that one. And let's take a look. Can y'all see that? Y'all can see that? We're gonna take a look at these primitive rights here because I was told that they was clandestine. I was told that these primitive rights, these particular rights was clandestine, but I'm beginning to see something a little bit different. I'm beginning to see something just a little bit different in these rights. So if you're on tonight, I want to say thank you for coming on. And we're going to talk about the Grand College Rites of the United States. Yeah, we're going to have this conversation tonight. I think it's one that needs to be had, especially when people go around talking about there are no more higher degrees, only that of a third degree. But you go all the way up to the 33rd. Ancient Accepted Scottish Rite Masons. At the end of the line, it says Mason. Third degree Mason, first degree Mason, second degree Mason. No matter how you check it up, it always have Masons on the end of it. York Rite Mason. All of these variations of different degrees within the confines of Freemasonry. So let's just take a look tonight at these variations of different degrees tonight. I just want to welcome you. If you're just coming on, if you're just tuning in, I want to say thank you for coming on and sharing your time with us as we talk about these primitive rights. So I won't be able to see everybody in the chat tonight, but we're going to see what we got coming up in regards to what's actually taking place. So let's take a look at this thing they call the Grand College of Rites, United States of America. Now, let me tell you before we go any further. They're saying, and what I'm saying when I say they are saying, I'm saying those members or those individuals, such as Master Yoda and other so-called regular Masons, are saying that these degrees don't exist. They're saying these degrees are clandestine, but yet you have college grades of rights of the United States of America. And you call, and then now check this out. Now, for those who won't, check this out. Fraternal greetings, everybody. Yeah, come on, get some of this. Because people talk about what's clandestine and what's not clandestine. And you got these clandestine degrees, but yet you got the same degrees. How hypocritical can that be? You got the same degrees. The only thing difference is in this particular jurisdiction, we initiate in our degrees. We just don't hand them out and say, study them. We initiate them. We employ the members who want to have these particular rites to go into initiation, and we give them the material to study the rites that they have. So let's look at these Grand College Rites of the United States. It says the Grand College Rites of the United States of America, right? This regular Masonic body was dedicated to preserving the history and the rites of a defunct and active Masonic order. Now listen to what they say. It says that the Grand College is a regular Masonic body. It's dedicated to preserving the history and rites of a defunct and active Masonic order. They didn't say clandestine. They say defunct and inactive. They're not defunct, nor are they inactive, because you have them. Not only do you have them, down here it says, let's just take a look. It says here, it says, the Grand College of Rites was formed on May 12, 1932 in Washington, D.C., when the sovereign sanctuary of the Egyptian Masonic Rites of Memphis unanimously voted to surrender the sovereignty of the rites for the purpose of being absorbed by the Grand College Rites, all right? It says, after its formation, several other Masonic organizations also transferred their final authority into the bosom of the Grand College Rites, making it the only regular Masonic body in the United States with the authority over the rites of Memphis Misraim. But they say it's defunct. They say it's inactive. The free and ancient, the free and accepted architect, and more. These, it says, those who are interested can read the full details and informations of the Grand College of Rites, United States, by visiting the following page. Not only do they say that, they said, in any Mason holding membership in a good standing in a regular symbolic lodge is recognized by the Grand Lodges of Freemasonry, you can hold membership. You can hold membership. Somebody need to talk back to him, but something ain't right with this. Something just isn't right with this. So come on, I need somebody to talk back to him, because I'm looking at this and I'm going through it. I'm like, come on now, really? You're gonna do this tonight? Not only that, they go down here. They said the symbolic lodge is recognized by many of the Grand Lodges of Freemasonry in the United States of America may petition for membership. If it is if it is an inactive Masonic order and it's defunct, why do you have to petition for membership? And something that's de facto, okay, something that is inactive, you're going to petition for membership? You can read that for yourself. That's what it says. That's exactly what it says. Not only does it say that, if you go over here, it says the Rites of Memphis, right? And it gives you all sorts of degrees over here. Okay? All sorts of, it goes all the way up to the 97th degree, Grand Hereford. Come on, people. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. You're going to tell me. You're going to tell me the degrees don't exist. They're clandestine degrees, but yet you got the same degrees. I don't know, somebody needs to help me out with that one. I'm trying to get a better understanding. I'm just trying to get a better understanding. Not only that, it says the most illustrious Dave Kuzman, okay? Get that. It says the illustrious Dave Kuzman, Grand Chancellor of this 2022, all right? Grand College of Rites, United States of America. Somebody need to talk back to me, because I don't quite get this here. Here are the degrees right here for yourself. You can see them. They have them all right here, all right? All these higher degrees that they say don't exist, but yet they exist. Oh, but they're clandestine, but you have them. Somebody need to talk to me, because I don't get this. I don't quite understand. How can you tell me something that I practice is clandestine. But when you have it, it's all right. When you got it, it's regular, it's perfect, it's okay. But when I have it, when I practice my rites, Memphis, Misraim, they're clandestine.
It sounds like
I need somebody
taxation.
from my come on, help me out, because I'm kind of confused right now. I'm kind of at a loss.
Sounds like taxation without representation.
He said, it sounds like taxation without representation. I'm just saying, I need for someone who's in the chat, not only on my panel, but who's in the chat, who's able to write, go get Master Yoda, go get somebody from a regular Grand Lodge and bring them on so we can have a better understanding. Because I'm missing something. You got those same rites. They're called college rites. You have them. But yet, you tell me the ones I have is clandestine, but the ones you got are legit and regular. Nah. No, it's too much cream in the coffee, it's too much sugar in the coffee, it's too sweet. It's too sweet. You know, I don't get that. Somebody need to go get that Master Yoda guy. Because he said the degrees were clandestine. He said the degrees was bogus. But yet they got the same degrees? I don't know. Somebody need to help me out. Past Grandmaster Diaz, you got anything you need to add to that?
I want to see Yoda too. I want to see Master Yoda. Somebody summons Yoda.
I mean, look.
Tell him to bring his good book.
I mean, he pulled out a book trying to say the degrees was clandestine, but yet they have these same degrees. You know, asking for permission, asking for permission again from other groups. Man, I look. Dorius, man, I don't know what to say, bro. I really don't know what to say, because you know what I need. I'm gonna tell you what I need. I need 300 more TikTok viewers so I can get in some of these chats that they got going on, because they like to have these chats and then they like to kick people out who disagree with them in the chat because they call them argumentative. Look, because I disagree with you don't mean I'm argumentative. I just have my own point of view that I like to share. Now, I'm not saying I'm always right, but I'm damn sure not always wrong. So I don't mind having an open conversation regarding the rights that they claim that are clandestine. You know, I don't mind having a conversation when they say Grand Lodges are clandestine. Yes, I'm on that horse tonight. I'm on that nag tonight. I'm riding that nag all the way to the next stop, you know. Brother Tony, you have had your 95th for a while. I've had it for a while. Yes, I've had that particular degree for a while. I certainly have. And I believe that what happens is that what people tend to forget is that other countries have had these degrees for a very, very long time, a very long time. And what's happening is that, you know, they just like toss it to the side like it's nothing. And it is something. The titles of the degrees are the same, however they working are different. I don't know. Brother Bobby, 357, I don't know. I have a couple of rituals dealing with these particular rites. And it may be different with the same name, but you can't say that the degrees are clandestine when you got the same degrees or the same title and name to the rites. You can't say it. Memphis, Misraim, if you have a ritual from the degrees, I'm guaranteeing you that some of the degree work is similar, if not the same. I'm guaranteeing you that, you know? But what happens is when somebody else says that their water is colder than yours, you want to jump on their water because they claim it's colder. I'm not that one. I'm not jumping on that water, and I'm not asking for your ice because you claiming it's colder. I'm simply saying that in this particular jurisdiction, we practice those rights, okay? We have them. We bestow those rights on those individuals who are worthy to receive the rights. We do that. Now, whether you like it or not is none of my business. It's what we do here. And another thing I like to share is that we don't go around calling people clandestine. For those who don't understand the true essence of Freemasonry, they do that. Anytime you find another person calling another Mason clandestine is because they refuse to even acknowledge the mere fact that some other Grand Lodge exists besides their own. Okay, hear me clearly. When you find another Mason calling another Mason clandestine, it's because they refuse to recognize that there's other Masonic Grand Lodges out there other than their own. So instead of saying, hey, yeah, they exist, oh, they're clandestine, they're bogus, they're this and they're that, you can't see their books. What? That's what they say. You can't see their books. Oh, if they're not donating to the Shriners hospitals, then their Shriners is bogus. If you don't get out of here talking all of that out the side of your neck tonight, and the energy I have is the energy of love. I mean, I'm just a little excited only because of what I hear and what I see. And I'm gonna keep this same energy. I heard my imperial potentate tell a candidate one day as he was going through a process, he said, you keep that same energy. And I'm going to keep this same energy because I'm going to defend those Grand Lodges. I'm going to defend those brothers of mine. I'm going to defend them because every Grand Lodge has a right to practice Freemasonry unmolested. Now, whether you agree with how they practice or not is your business. It's not mine. But if I choose to develop a relationship with that Grand Lodge, and we choose to have a mutual respect and understanding of amenity to visit each other, that's our business. And that's the way it should be. That may be my opinion, but that's the way it should be. And I know a lot of people are going to look back at this video and they're going to say, what's wrong with him? He's all hyper. I'm just excited. I enjoy Freemasonry. I enjoy the brotherhood. I just don't like other people trying to take down or call other people something that they know nothing about. One brother tells me he know all about John G. Jones Grand Lodge of California. I'm like, dude, I've been in this Grand Lodge for 35 years. How do you know more about my Grand Lodge than I do? Oh, well, John G. Jones was an expelled Mason. And what that has to do with me? My Grand Lodge is named after the man because of what he meant to Masonry, to those who have benefited from what he's done for Masonry. So, you can take that to the bank and let it alone. That's just where I'm at with it. That's how I feel about it. And that's the thing. I believe we should stay more focused on how's your Grand Lodge growing? What are you doing in your Grand Lodge for the benefit of those who come through your doors? And let everybody be. But you can't do that. You can't let everybody be. You got to come and call brothers names. You got to do everything else. No, I agree. We should not be cliquish. No, but we are cliquish. And that's the problem. We are cliquish. And when I say we are, I'm strictly saying for those Masons who go out and want to tear down other Masons because you're this or you're that, you're not this, you're not that. Brother Will B. Smith, you got something you got to say? You muted. You probably need to unmute.
Yeah. Let me turn my mic on. I didn't know I had something to say. I was just listening. I had to step away from the phone for a second. I had to step away, but it seems to me what you're saying is more than likely that they're colonizers. How we would say colonizers, where the people did certain things and changed the language and all kind of stuff.
Sounds like it.
That's what you said. It sounds like to me.
Doctrine of discovery, they call it.
What my grandfather did to your grandfather, I'm just gonna do same thing. It sounds like
he just called him. I didn't see that coming, but I'll take that one. I get it.
But that's what colonizing is. That's what they did. And that's what it seems like is going on right now. You know, Rites
They
of
gonna sell it
Misraim,
back to you.
they trying to sell everything back to me.
They call it the doctrine of discovery. They discovered it, Tony. So now it's theirs.
Doctrine of discovery.
When I discover something and I put my license on it, it's mine now. And now you can't have it back. And if you want to practice it, you got to come see me.
But check this out though. But I'm looking at this page. I'm looking at the page. I'm looking at what it says. And this is what gets me. It says that the Grand College of Rites was formed. They was formed in 1932 in Washington, right? It says when the sovereign sanctuary of Egypt, Masonic Rites of Memphis, unanimously voted to surrender the sovereignty of the three rites for the purpose of being absorbed by the Grand College of Rites. Okay, then it goes on and says, this is what really kicked it. It says, after its formation, several other Masonic organizations also transferred their final authority to the bosom of the Grand College of Rites, making it the only regular Masonic body in the United States with the authority over the rites of Memphis, Misraim. But yet you tell me that the degrees are clandestine, but yet you have the degrees. You're saying that you're the only legitimate people that have the rights to the degrees. I know that's a lie. That's all I'm saying. Don't tell me that the degrees are clandestine and you practicing in the degrees. That's all I'm saying.
I'm sorry, but you might be wrong there. Once you patent something, it's that person that patented it.
We just don't use the sesame seed.
We just don't use
once you patent it, that's your thing. So we all know.
But even if it's I
think that's the name change. I think that's why they did that merger / name change, because they can't accept the original. So now they're projecting their own. They put their stamp on it with their name. Now they're trying to say that's legit when they just borrowing from the original.
But the thing I'm cracking up on is the mere fact that it says that down here at the bottom, it says those interested can read the full details of the formation of the Grand College of Rites for the United States, and it tells you where it can go. And then it says any master mason holding membership in good standings in a regular symbolic lodge recognized by many of the grand lodges of Freemasonry in the United States can petition. If you tell me that it's inactive, if you tell me that it's defunct, why should I petition?
Because it's defunct for you. It's not defunct for.
It's defunct for me?
For you, it's not defunct for people. Look, man, I'm just gonna say it. People of a lighter hue.
Okay.
So it's defunct for you because in 1930 they didn't even recognize Negro lodges.
That's true. They didn't. Not at all.
Couldn't stand Negro lodges at all. So with that aspect, it's not for you. If you can't deal with it, go make your own. So yours will not be called a college of whatever. I don't even know what that thing is.
They call it the Grand College Rites of the United States of America. That's what it's called. We call it ancient primitive rites.
Mm-hmm. That means it wasn't for you. That's why back in the day, all us Black Masons were in Negro lodges.
Okay.
We were in Negro Grand Lodges.
Everybody was clandestine until 1994. Is that what you're saying?
Basically, everybody clandestine now. Yes, your Negro still clandestine. You really want to know about it.
Why would you say
just,
such a thing?
You just got a lot of numbers and you making a ruckus. So mainstream wants to recognize you. You the loudest in the room. Because the loudest is not always the most powerful.
I'm gonna
and
throw
not
something
always
out
the
there, y'all.
smartest.
Have y'all ever looked at or read? It's called the Luciferian Conspiracy, and it talks about why the Grand Lodge estate aligns with Prince Hall versus ancient free accepted masonry, and it
Hey,
goes
hold on, brother. If you afraid to show your face, tell me.
Oh, wait. I was just doing some things
Okay.
that I don't think y'all want on YouTube, but I'm here. Have some
If
things in the background.
If you can hold off for a few minutes, you can do it.
Let me put this soda down.
Okay,
You can take
put that soda down.
You can take that off in a second, but
Yeah,
show your face and tell us what you really mean. Say it with your chest. Keep that same
on my chest. Threw me off with that one. But what I'm saying basically is they claim this doctrine of discovery. And if you don't pay, you can't play. It's taxation without representation, because the people who discovered and trademarked and chartered these things, they didn't invite you to the table when they did it. So everybody claiming to be clandestine or secretive or irregular, every Black, Negro, colored lodge in ever existence was considered clandestine until 1994, till the Grand Lodge of the state started accepting some Prince Hall lodges. But when you read the book, it's called The Luciferian Conspiracy. It tells you why the Grand Lodge estate and Prince Hall teamed up against ancient free accepted masonry. And it essentially goes down to house Negro, slave master versus field Negro, or independent entrepreneur versus worker bee and master bee. So we've become the entrepreneurs, the independents, the self saviors, the ones who can improve self, the sovereign leaders. And the book basically compares Prince Hall Mason to Samuel Jackson and to Django, and he's only there for the uplifting and upkeeping of the master's word. So he's going to emulate the master in all his works, from design to a lodge, to a house, to his spirituality, to the way he wants to live his life as a white spiritual man in a Black body. That's what you're dealing with when you're dealing with Prince Hall. That's the doctrine of this is a book, the Luciferian Conspiracy. And it goes down to Catholics, Christians, white Masons, Prince Hall. And then it goes into it basically draws the whole chessboard. And after reading it and after living Masonry for the last 11 years, I feel that way about a good percentage of Prince Hall Masons, that they're Negroes, or house colored, and it's based off of their personality and their occupation. They're not entrepreneur spirits. They're not freedom fighters. They're not truth tellers. They are conformists, and they like to conform to what society wants for them so that they can get along and go along and receive the benefit or the master's wages, the master being the white man. So they got to do what he says to receive them. If you want your wages, like, hey, we was just talking about it offline. If I wanted to keep receiving the master's wages, what I had to do, Smitty, get along and go along. But because I spoke truth and I stood on it and I said how I actually felt, I don't receive those master wages today.
Yeah, you did speak some truth, and they did say, no, we can't do that no more.
I said everything by number and sign. I was writing exact. I don't do things off of emotion. Yeah, but that's it. I don't like to talk much because I start trouble apparently.
Yeah, you done took me. Hey, you might get off the stream because you just said crazy stuff. Look, man, I can tell you like this. I don't think it's because the Prince Hall Masons are, they are house Negroes.
House Negroes.
I don't think that they're not house Negroes.
Not all.
What it is they're speaking in unity, and their masonry is louder than the mainstream Masons, but it's not like, no, they're not house Negroes. They have enough money. they have enough, they feel as though they have enough money and whatever they can do that they can be accepted. I don't know about they not house. They just can be accepted because you might be able to give me a donation for certain things. You know what I'm
So you're
saying?
going along to get along.
Yeah, they going along. No, they not going along to get along, bro. It's equality like America should
That's
be.
not equality, bro.
It's
Equality
it's
would
equality.
stand on your own and still receive those wages.
Man,
You gotta bend over to get what they get.
They are not house people.
I'll say it like this then. Let me say it in a more political way.
No,
if you
Prince
take a bottle of water,
Mason
right?
is a house Negro.
I'll give you an analogy, right? I got this bottle of water, right? I pour all the water out. Right? Because that was you, black man. I pour all the water out. I go get some ginger ale. I pour that ginger ale inside that bottle. That's Prince Hall Masonry.
Ooh.
No, it's not.
It is. They poured something inside themselves and poured their original selves out to fit the mold.
It's Masonry just like our Masonry is. They just have members and they getting recognized by the whiteboard. I mean by mainstream.
But why are they getting recognized? Because they've aligned themselves with the doctrine.
They want to pay the money. They want to go in there and say,
yes, some of them do want to pay the money.
But that's cool. You can pay the money. You know what I'm saying? But they are not house. They are just normal black people trying to get along in America.
So they out in the field?
Look, what man,
are they out in the field? Like, you ever hear the song?
So we the house?
No, I'm not in the house. I'm universal, baby. I'm outdoors building houses, building cities, building everything. We building from ourselves. We're not going to the White House and saying, hey man, show me how you do it. Let me do it the way you do it. And in 60, 100 and something years, when our money's right, we'll buy our way in where you'll be able to come sit down and break bread with us. And they still won't break bread.
Okay. Before, when we had all these places, black spaces and everything, and we were getting too powerful, they burned us down. They burned towns. They put them up on the water. They made dams. They made all this stuff, right?
And then in 2023, there's still Prince Hall Masons looking for recognition from Grand Lodge Estate.
No. Okay, I understand that. So they did all this stuff to the Negro, the black person in America. Comes along Martin Luther King, we want equality. Okay?
No, he wanted civil rights. There's a difference between having civil rights and human rights.
We don't need civil rights if you give us human rights.
Absolutely.
There's nothing civil needed if you just treat me as I am. A man. I don't need any, there's no Italian civil rights. There's no Portuguese civil rights. There's no Filipino civil rights. It's only Jews and Negroes screaming out for civil rights.
Well, hold on, because this earpiece is messed up.
Well, you know what? His earpiece messed up, but I'm going to agree with most of what you said, and that's the honest truth. I'm gonna agree with most of what he said. Now, his choice of words, but what he said brings the heat.
I'm still mature, and I apologize.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We all growing, including myself.
I'm not really good at the public speaking. I'm a little.
No, it ain't even about that, bro. I accept you for who you are and where you at right now in this point in life. We all growing, including me. So it ain't none of that. That's real talk.
But if we paid the money, right, they'll let you get down. They tell you. They be in my inbox, hey, Grandmaster D, I like that post, man. Won't you come get healed? Won't you come get down with us? They don't be saying you got to start over or we got to do a background check. All that stuff. They say, oh, no. They be wanting you to just come on over. Come and bring some of this light inside the house. It's dark in here. Master turned the light off on us.
Now, you know that they tell you in a minute that you got to start over.
Nah, select people, they ain't gonna do that to somebody like me. They know the energy I'm bringing. But why would I start over? I'm not sick. I don't need to be healed. Like, what? It's craziness to me.
You know how they do it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be back in a second.
As they say, talk back to me.
I'll be back.
If you can't pay, you can't play. That's the name of their game, man.
And you know what? That's a fact. That right there is true.
From the Premier Lodge on, if you don't buy from us, what was it, FUBU? Fuck you, buy us? My bad. For us, buy us. For us, buy us. But if you don't pay to play, you ain't in the game with them. Like, it's nothing separating you. Not the college degrees, not your 33 degrees, not your first 3 degrees. Only, unless you came from, New Orleans? Unless you came from the Grand Lodge, the old ancient Grand Lodge of Louisiana, you practicing the same 3 degrees. You might cipher it. You might, I call it slave masonry, it's Prince Hall rituals. You might put it out into like the slave masonry.
I'm going to say this here because I really do have quite a few individuals that are part of that family. And I have quite a few individuals who are part of mainstream that I know of. And I consider them to be associates or friends, but some of them I really consider to be friends, maybe 2 or 3, but most of them are associates. And in talking to them, they view masonry almost like I view it, but they don't a lot of them don't come publicly out and say it. They don't.
They don't want to lose those rights and benefits.
That's what's so frustrating sometimes.
It's like John Wick. They don't want to be excommunicado.
Yeah, did you see that John Wick?
Boy, I'm about to watch it again. It was man. Look at this.
That's one.
I've been playing with this all day now.
There's
a part in the movie when he breaks out the hourglass. The thing ain't letting you see it. They break out the hourglass. That's my new thing now. Yeah. I ain't messing with nobody no more. You get to talking crazy, I'm just grabbing the hourglass.
That's it. Break that thing out. That's real talk right there. I'm going to put in this chat real quick because some people are asking, can they join the Zoom? And I'm telling you, yes, if you want to join the Zoom, I'm going to put it in here for you. So just work with me real quick. And we're going to put this information in the thing for you. So if you want to join us on Zoom, you're certainly welcome to do so. I love to talk to you. And Master Yoda is probably asleep tonight, but that's okay.
Wake him up.
You know, I know he's going to watch this and somebody's going to tell him about it. So go ahead and wake him up. Somebody need to give him a call, tell him about it.
He got 3 TikToks for you waiting.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I need 300 more subscribers to the TikTok channel so I can go live. That's all I'm saying. I get that, and we can always have that conversation. The only thing I really dislike about a lot of Masons is how they downgrade other Masons. I hate that. I despise that shit. I do. That's real talk. I hate another Mason to come across another brother and, I can't talk to you. I hate that, man. I don't usually use the word hate because it's such a strong word, but I do. I really dislike an individual who does that to another person. Just don't say nothing to them. Just keep walking.
It's a cop-out. They don't want to be tried. They don't want to take that walk. It's a cop. Oh man, you win. I ain't got to prove. I ain't got. What? Okay, fine. But don't approach me like that. Because when I come, I've had many. You know some of the stories. I've taken many light. I've done the traveling and the trying and the we out in public and the whole thing. I take it, to the heart. But at this point and at this age and with everything I've been through, man, you might as well keep walking because there's nothing you can prove to me. Especially if you gonna say, oh, well, you this, you that, you this and that, then you wasn't willing to be tried and never denied. You wanted to set all type of, you know what I mean? I don't even know how to say it. You wanted to make it comfortable for you instead of taking this rough walk.
Hey, Miss Hawkins. Miss Hawkins. I thought that was a wifey, man. I was trying to get her to give me some ice. Who in the kitchen? I'm trying to give me some ice. But anyway, so anybody who wants to join the Zoom tonight is certainly welcome to do so. I put the code and ID in there, and I would definitely bring you on in. We can have this conversation. If you join a grow party on another level, you can get those 300 followers in 3 days. And bro, I got to know how to do that. I don't know what a grow party is, but if you can hit me, I'm in. So I don't know nothing about that, but I'll learn. But back to the topic at hand is tonight. We're talking about those college grades. Please hit the thumbs up button, hit the like button. Tonight, I certainly would appreciate it.
I got a question on the college degrees.
Say what now?
I got a question on it as far as how they do it. Is it similar to how they do the shrine, where you can just go from Master Mason, or do you have to attain? You can. You
can, according to what they got up. And
that's crazy.
I'm going to pull it back up. Give me just a second. I'm going to pull it back up real quick, because according to what they got, okay. Let's see.
You go from Master Mason to your 97, huh?
Hey. Now,
without never being a 33rd, a Prince, a Royal Arch, you're a 97 walking around.
They said any Master Mason holding membership in good standing in a regular symbolic lodge, recognized by many of the Grand Lodges of Freemasonry in the United States, may petition for membership. That's what it says. So if you're a part of any mainstream Grand Lodge or Prince Hall lodges that have recognition, you can reach out to them and petition to get those particular degrees, or study them, because they call them Grand College. So I figure that they study them. They don't initiate them in the way we do them. It's a different type of process.
You're gonna watch a video. They're gonna give you an audio book. They're gonna give you a little pasta and some soda, and they're gonna shake your hand.
Pretty much. I mean, for those who have actually gone through the rites on this side, I would say that they know exactly how uncomfortable those degrees can be when you begin that journey. And I think you're up for those degrees. Am I right, Brother Diaz?
Oh, I'm ready. I was talking to a Hierophant from Orlando when we were at session, and man, he was excited for me to come along. I'm excited. I can't wait.
Yeah, they there. We're going to definitely be making that happen. And I can say, for those who've come through the doors of this sovereign sanctuary, working up under the Western Masonic jurisdiction, it's going to be uncomfortable, but when it's all said and done, you'll have a better idea of that journey that you're on. I can guarantee you that. That's something I can say, yeah, it's uncomfortable, but you'll get through it.
Man, it's one of those things that, as I've been growing as a Mason, studying the shrine, the primitive rites, the Moorish rites that are developing, that are coming along, I'm really excited about learning those things. I feel like it's our version of Freemasonry. So I look forward to coming into the primitive rites and not sitting in their colleges and taking their audio books. I want to come in the way my ancestors did it.
Right.
I don't want this new age microwave thing they got going.
I got a question for you, brother Diaz. You've been around us for almost 2 years now, and in your 2 years being around us, coming from Virginia, what is your thoughts about this particular jurisdiction?
It's a class above what I'm used to. As far as teaching, socially, awareness, I really enjoyed the brothers I've been able to meet. They've been strong. They've been willing to be tried. They don't have an easy walk the way you guys do it. And Universal, I've been getting a lot of love since I came on board from around the world. Brothers reaching out from various Grand Lodges, councils, some non-Masons. Things have really taken off, and I've been able to enjoy Masonry a lot more since I've come along with you guys. And like I said in one of the last times I was on, I'm working now to give back because I've been receiving a lot since I've come. I mean, I'm in Las Vegas now. I mean, brothers will drop anything they're doing to give me 10 minutes of their time, or if I need direction or help, or if just to sit down and have a drink. They come from far and wide. Brother Walker came down, just seen him, 10 hours away. So I've been enjoying it. And I've had some rough journeys and, along the way, but it's been peace. It's been love. It's been what I've been looking for. And to find like-minded brothers and not have to do everything on your own, try to develop everything and try to know everything. It's great.
I got another question for you. And I know the nice subject is dealing with the Grand College of the United States of America, those particular rites. But since we're on getting your information, your input on being part of this of our Scottish Rite and York Rite body, how was the journey last weekend to Arizona?
I missed it, but from what I heard, you guys had a great time. I spoke to Brother Rhodes, and he was glowing. He said he had a good time. He said, I would have went. My girlfriend's family was in town, and they started off in Arizona, and she was supposed to have gone there for 3 days, but they ended up coming here, so that's why I missed it. But Brother Bai is solid. He's from Virginia as well, actually, and I know y'all had a good time. I seen the pictures. I know the grills. I know the bar he got in there. Cause me and him, we be doing some talking, and he likes to throw down. So I ain't gonna miss the next one.
All right, we have TCL T767W to join us. Could you please show your face? Oh, he's connecting to the audio. So as soon as he's connected, he can definitely come on and share whatever he wants to share and talk about, because tonight we're talking about those college grades. And I know they like to say a lot of things in regards to those degrees being clandestine, but I can guarantee you that they're not. Now, whether you practice them or not, I enjoy the primitive rites. I've learned a lot being part of the primitive rites. I know I have. So TCL, talk to me. Oh, he's still trying to connect to audio. All right, so we're gonna move on from there. We'll be know. Go for it.
Sorry, my everything was messing up. I had to recharge my little headphones. You do know that the primitive rites it puts you in a different state of mind from masonry. For what?
Esoterics, the philosophies.
Yeah.
You have to, this is the self-initiations. You have to spiritually ascend and climb the ladder now instead of just physical. I'm well studied. I'm just ready to get recognized and go through my trials.
Is he ready?
I might have cheated a little bit.
Brother Smith, is he ready?
No, you're not ready. You're not ready.
We got you. Don't worry, we got you.
Potentate, I'm ready. Hit me up.
I'm gonna come through like Osiris. I'm gonna hit you with 36 chambers. I'll get ready.
All right, Brother Smith, what you was gonna say?
I forgot. I'm high.
I'm not.
Must be that tea.
I should kick you off my Zoom right now. But anyway, TCL.
Why? Because I like.
TCL is here tonight. I want to see what he has to say.
Because you're going to kick me off because I like PHA Masons. I love my brothers. And they're not sellouts because they're good people.
I'm not even having that conversation.
They don't call it selling out anymore. They call it buying in. You got to buy into mainstream. You got to buy in.
Like that.
You got to buy into
I like
the
that. Constitution. It's not a sellout.
It's not selling out no more. It's buying in. You got to buy into it. You got to buy in, brother.
I see we have another person on that's just been added to our Zoom. TCL, would you mind please showing your picture and comments, please?
It's going to be Master Yoda.
Is it Master Yoda?
Is it Master Yoda?
TCL about to get kicked off. Who is this?
It's
Well,
nasty.
I'm
Look.
about
At
to
least
let him
find out.
go. Dorius.
He gonna come out with a good book.
All right, Dorius, come on, talk to me.
He gonna have a Budweiser and a good book. Let's do it.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Here we go.
We
Yeah,
raised
you
his
can
hand.
talk. He got his hand up. You can call. Yeah. Can,
You gonna
you're
show
not
yourself?
muted. Go ahead.
I'll be right back.
All right. Dorius, I see you have your hand up. You're certainly welcome to go ahead and speak.
I don't think you want to speak.
I don't know. I see his hands up. I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to give you about another 30 seconds here to go ahead and say something, because unless your mic is messed up.
Sometimes your ancestors stop you from being stupid, you know? Yeah, those people, because if you really look at it, people be like, oh, I'm this and I'm that. You know, it took over 1 million people to make just you, to be in your universe, to be in your surroundings, because you have a mother and father. They have a mother and father. They have a mother and father, and it goes on.
And
It's
it goes
over
on.
1 million.
Absolutely.
It's over 1 million people for you to exist in your own realm, in your square and compass.
Yep.
That's what it's really about. But hey, I digress because I'm waiting for this brother to talk. Stop it, Travis. Stop laughing.
El Negro.
El Negro.
Yeah, that was his that's somebody's name here. The
You see
word
the meme, Smitty, where it'd be like a white guy and he'd be like praying to his ancestors, and then it'd be a caveman, he'd be like oogly boogly.
Oogie boogie.
You know what?
Boogity boogity oogity boogity.
Here's what
Look,
I'm going to do. I see Darius has his hands up, but something is probably wrong with his mic.
He don't want to talk. I'm telling you, one of his ancestors is stopping him from talking. Your ancestors are very powerful for everybody. And you just gonna let everybody on. I'm just waiting.
Yeah, hey, look, I'm that guy. Really, if you want to come on and have a conversation, I welcome the conversation. I have nothing against anyone. I just dislike how other Masons treat other individuals by clandestine and all that other craziness. I just dislike it.
That clandestine is a book that was read, that was written by the people that won. You didn't win. You didn't get the right history.
I'll leave that where it's at. All right, brother Bradford, what's going on with you? Talk to me.
Hey, good evening, brother. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
I'm doing very well. I just came in on a latter part of it, and I came in on the part where we were just, I know you're discussing the Memphis Misraim degrees.
Yes.
And some college has what called them clandestine. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Well, also, I'm a member of Prince Hall. You know that every time I got a degree, I called you first.
Yeah.
And yes, especially last time when I joined
you know
Shrine.
what? You after the night, bro, they I don't know, but go ahead. Go
They
ahead.
can get mad at me. I'm a member of Phylaxis as well. I mean, they can get mad at me if they want.
I know.
It's just that I was made first in my heart, right?
Correct.
So what I'm gonna say is that, we gotta, I disagree with the notion that it's a Negro institution, right?
Okay.
In the derogatory context, I say it, okay?
All right.
I don't see it as being like Negro like that. You gotta understand, Prince Hall Masonry was founded like really before the United States was fully founded.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. Prince Hall was he was very conscious. They named their lodge African Lodge, right?
Correct.
Especially for that time period, right?
Yes.
So Prince Hall, the history of it, Prince Hall Masonry is what I refer to. The history of it is, I mean, there's Dr. Small says this. It's hard to tell the history of Black America and not tell the history of Prince Hall Masonry. Okay. So
Yeah.
you've always had different brothers at different levels, right?
Uh-huh.
And one thing that Masonry will teach you is that, you know, long story short, wisdom and water seek its own level. Okay.
It is true.
So, you know, it's unfortunate that we have gone through the stuff of, you know, calling each other clandestine and this person's a sellout and that person's a sellout. Whereas in reality, you know, for example, we know that we probably wouldn't have a consistory if not for John G. Jones. Okay. So that's highly probable. I don't know if factual, but that's the most plausible way that we probably got a consistory at all. So
Right.
we got to deal with that history for what it is.
Uh-huh.
You know, just last week, I was sitting in, I guess you would call it a mainstream lodge. Really, what I'm saying is that it was a white lodge, right? That was built in 1928 in Cincinnati, right near our Taft Theater. And this lodge invited, you know, Prince Hall out just to have fellowship. I understand it. I get it. They still got their politics. And guess what? I still got mine. But, you know, in Masonry, we're supposed to be able to meet and have some fellowship and, you know, with each other. As far as within us as Black men, you're right. We do have to stop being so hard on each other and creating conflict with each other. It's not a gang, right? It's not. But you know, there's been conflicts within the systems of Masonry, quote unquote, going all the way back to the time of Pharaoh Thutmose III. There's always been conflict. That's why the Grand Lodge at Karnak or at the city of On was even built, to have one place where you could bring all of, you know, these rituals together under one grand system. I'll leave it at that because I don't want to go on and hog up all the time, brother.
No, it's quite all right. We have had many of conversations. We
Absolutely,
really have.
brother.
And you know, I'm gonna say this. You know as well as I know, I get those calls. And
yes, you do. You do.
And we have these conversations. And everybody who's ever had a conversation with me, I don't view one way or the other. My thing has always been is treating the next person with due respect. You may not like the fact that he or she may be wherever they're at, but you don't have to say nothing to him, but just respect the man, because that's his journey. It's not mine. If I feel that my lodge is where I need to be, so be it. Be where you at. That's all I've ever said or asked of any Mason, be it mainstream, whatever you want to call it. That's all I'm ever saying. And stop tearing down the next man so you can feel better than him. That's correct. And if we can ever get past that, I think Masonry would be a lot better off.
Absolutely, because
period.
It's Masonic. It is Masonic to have etiquette towards your brother and to have respect for your brother and his position. All of the hidden teachings that we so-called talk about, right? They point to that. Still the golden rule: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. All right.
That is correct.
So, you know, you're supposed to respect your fellow man the same way you're supposed to respect rocks in the water, if you really want to get down to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you're supposed to respect rocks and water, then you would have to respect your fellow human being.
And I would imagine tonight, since you're on here, you've already said that you was Prince Hall. I'm gonna be honest with you. You might get some kickback.
Let him kick, brother. I know how to duck.
Hey, I respect what he's saying. I give you some credit. I respect what you're saying. You ain't said nothing wrong.
I mean, they could call me up. And it's not that I don't love the brothers. It's not that I'm just big and bad and I don't. It's just that, look, here, let me tell you the truth. When I took these obligations, right, even up to the 14th degree, right?
Right.
I come to the realization, you and I have discussed this. I was reading this stuff back when I was 16 and 17 years old.
You were?
Okay? Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, I give somebody something. Go back and read King Solomon in the Apocrypha, not the main Bible, but in the Apocrypha, and see if you don't find something familiar. If you a member of the consistory, all right?
You're about to start something.
So, yes, I am. I can. However, what I'm saying is that I believed in this stuff before I got there. All right. So I'm gonna be believing in it, even if the catastrophic happens. All right. So because these things are true of life, we dealing with the actual bedrock and pillars of life. What make life function? What make literally the world go round? Okay. So it's not like you could alienate me from that, or you could put me out of that.
That is true.
So I mean, the real knowledge, anybody can get access to it. They just might not be initiated, passed, and raised. What we call the hidden information. Okay. You go in a bookstore, go into any section, go to the philosophy section, go get you a book on, architecture, go get you a book on Marxism, all right? You go find some things out. You can listen to a Beatles album and find out about a Lester Crowley.
Look,
you know what I'm saying? Okay.
Brother Barefoot, I'm gonna already tell you, they coming at you pretty hard in this chat. They already said you hung yourself.
I may have, but it's okay, brother. I was part of something much bigger anyway.
Ooh.
Okay. Ooh. It's okay.
Okay.
I was part of something. Okay, something much. I
like
by
this
masonry.
You're a truth teller.
I came by masonry.
Hey, brother.
But here's the thing, brother Barefoot.
I see you as a brother.
You and I know during your whole process, even before we was talking.
That's right. I called you an EA. Okay.
You did. You called me and told me what you was about to do. You did. And I told you anything you needed, I'm here.
And I've been calling you ever since, brother.
Number love.
That's absolutely, brother. Absolutely. I have never met you face to face, but you are definitely my brother.
Brother Hawkins, I think Brother Sutton trying to get in.
Oh, is he?
Oh. Yes.
Hey,
come
brother,
in.
I have a question for you. I'm just curious. All right. This is Brother Travis. So why did you go Prince Hall instead of John G. Jones? Just curious.
Are you asking me, brother?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you a straight up answer. Brother, cool. I didn't know all of this madness existed within African American nation.
Okay. All right.
Let me be honest with you. Let me tell you, my father was a Mason, right? I love my father dearly. He was truly a great man. My father was part of an offshoot that wasn't, my father didn't even tell me like, hey, when you get in there, it's gonna be this type of foolishness going on, right? But I didn't even know I didn't know that John G. Jones existed, to be honest with you, until I started scrolling through YouTube and I came across Brother Hawkins. And Brother Hawkins was talking about what I already was into. You see what I mean?
He told me that.
So when I hear about Memphis Misraim, well, see, here's what most people don't know. I have read the Memphite theology. I've read the Shabaka text. I was taught that in 1992 by Dr. Maulana Karenga. You see what I mean?
You owe.
Yeah. Okay, so it was like, I knew that Misraim was another name for Kemet. Okay.
Ooh.
I knew, you know, I knew about, see, it's really not Memphis. Memphis is a Latinization. It's really Mempharit, okay? So the Mempharit theology was a theological system that was established in ancient Kemet, right? Its central deity or neter was Dejahuti. The Greeks called him Thoth, okay? The Romans called him Mercury, and the alchemists called him Hermes Trismegistus. This person is at the center of the Western mystery systems in the first place. So you got to see, when you have a 96 degree, right? And I'm not a member of the Memphis Misraim. I am not, right?
Go ahead, talk.
But you got to think about this. It was Cosimo de' Medici of the famous de' Medici family, right? Who began to bring in the knowledge into Italy, all right? From the East, that became the bedrock of the Western mystery systems, which Masonry is an inheritor of. So it would make perfect sense that you would have a 96 degree coming out of Italy.
Ooh.
His name is Cosimo, C-O-S-M-O, de' Medici, M-E-D-I-C-I. Like before the famous wealth of the Rothschild family, there was the Medici family. So, I mean, these guys are all in Western civilization history. So, but he was a benefactor of the Renaissance. Okay. So what I'm saying is, it makes perfect sense that you have these type of degrees. Now, just because PHA, right, is like, hey, we don't deal with these degrees, that's okay. It doesn't mean that I won't deal with them. It doesn't mean that I don't have access to the knowledge, because I know the clear fact. I'm a human being, and all of this information I'm an inheritor of.
Preach.
So that's really what it is. I mean, we can come up with conflicts about conflict. Muslims got conflicts with Muslims. That doesn't mean that Muhammad, peace be upon him, didn't warn them, hey, look, don't do this. You see what I mean?
Right.
So it's just another thing that humans go through. But as much as they argue, there's a sign even for that. When you look up in the sky, it's only one sky, right?
Right.
When you look up at the sun, it's only one sun. It's only one source of light, right? When you look at the moon, it's only one moon that's reflecting that one source of light. In reality, that's telling you that all the systems are actually united in what they're trying to get to. They just got different ways of trying to do it.
I like that. I like that. I like that.
You're trying to get all psychological. Who told you to be smart?
You know,
should have never gave y'all money. Should have never gave y'all money.
Well, I would say this, that Brother Bradford has definitely spent some knowledge as far as understanding those particular degrees, just as Brother Diaz was here earlier, just letting it all hang out. And I get the disagreements. I understand the disagreements. The only thing I hate is how we treat each other when we disagree. I'm gonna say it for the 100,000th time. I don't have to cut you down just because I disagree with you. I don't have to do that, because we're in the same boat no matter how you cut it.
I don't understand the disagreements. I don't understand why somebody from New York gonna tell me, oh, you clandestine, but I can go to Georgia and talk to the people that raised me that are PHA, and they said, we love you to death. I don't understand that. I'm just saying.
You know, when you go.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say. Now I know when he go home, he has a fit.
Ooh, I love it at home. They love me.
PHA. I know, and that's the funniest thing. That's just like when I go home to Mississippi. It's the same thing, and I just refuse to believe the nonsense that I see and I hear, because what I get when I travel is totally different than what I get when I'm on these different pages. It's totally different. You know, that's the thing.
It's only on the internet. In person, everybody's humble, respectful. They treat you kind. I fellowship with a few people. I know some personally. They show me number love. They share information, books, other things you might need to know in life. They pass it along. But when they get on the internet, it's tribes. It's gang mentality. It's tribalism. It's I'm this, you're that. I'm 1, you're 2. I'm 3, you're 4. Your group versus my group. And it ain't nothing but marketing and recruiting. Everybody's fighting and pointing fingers to make their brand or their Grand Lodge or their organization look bigger and better than the other. So people want to take part in it. So it's for naught to me. It's a game after a while.
It does become a game. I'm looking at what brother Kenneth just put out here, brother Kenneth Gray. What's going on with you? He says, I've had multiple conversations with brother Tony. Even though I left my bogus lodge and joined PHA, I'm a man first and a seeker of all knowledge, regardless of where it comes from. I mean, that just goes to show you, regardless, the conversation that I have, the friendships I've made, and it really goes beyond, to me, masonry. That's my thing. Tupelo, Mississippi. What's going on, Bobby? I'll be up by Tupelo, Mississippi in a couple of months. I'll be closer to West Point, Mississippi. What's going on with you? That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, so that's my whole thing. And to have you on here, I hope you're not any. I hope you didn't put yourself in any danger of being on here tonight, brother. Oh man. I really appreciate you coming on, Brother Bradford. And Deputy Imperial Potentate, I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate everybody who was able to be on the diocese tonight, coming on and speaking their piece. I do have one more person on here. He hadn't been on here in a long time, and that is the one and only Amun-Ra himself, Eric Sutton, Deputy Grand Master of the Most Wishful John G. Jones Grand Lodge of California, Ain't You Free and Accepted Masons. He's on here. He's been quiet, and I'm quite sure he might want to say a word or two. So, Deputy, you have the floor.
I'm gonna let y'all have this one. You know what I'm saying? I kind of missed the whole thing. I was at the airport picking up my lady, but I'm gonna let y'all have this tonight. I'm gonna get on the next. Okay. He said he's gonna let me have this for now. I appreciate it. You know, I have family there. I'm north now. Okay, all right. So look. I don't want to hold nobody, but I did want to hold this particular conversation. Traveling Man was on here, said that he was a part of the college rites. And I would like to actually hear his perspective on being a part of those college rites and what it means. I would actually like for him to either join us via the Zoom right now, if he can, if he wants to, he has a right to, or he can tap and tell me, since he's a member of those particular rites, what did he get out of them? Since they're supposed to be clandestine, because that's what was said. Those were clandestine degrees. So, Traveling Man, I see that you're on, and you have the con. If you want to join us via Zoom, or you can text in here. I see that I'm just trying to. What are we discussing? The Hermetic
real quick.
If it ain't Pike, it ain't right, Tony.
Ooh.
I'm sorry. I had
I'm
to
about to,
step away.
I'm about to trademark that.
So,
If it ain't Pike, it ain't right.
If it ain't
Sorry,
more
I had
signs,
to-
then we dying. I'm sticking with that.
Oh, you woke him up. You woke him up.
well,
There he is.
You gotta
What's
remember,
the-
we taught them. Remember, the Moors
what's
taught
the-
them, you know what I'm saying? So they only know a handful of stuff. A lot of things they can't get to, so they know what they don't have.
The degrees
Okay.
themselves aren't clandestine. The organizations that conform them are. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
that don't make no sense.
You just
That
said,
really
Traveler
didn't
Man.
make no sense.
Look, you made me excited. Traveler Man said the degrees themselves are not clandestine. The organization that confer them are.
So how we get those degrees then? I'm just curious.
Clandestine in whose eyes? That's the thing.
Oh
Just
man,
because
you just
just
blew
because-
me away.
No, he said the people that are clandestine have the degrees, right? I don't understand that. I ain't that smart.
But that's what he
I got
just said.
I got a Georgia education, so you got to help me out because that didn't sound right. That sounded stupid.
But who eyes are they clandestine in? And why do they have to be clandestine?
Well, he's saying, now, I'm gonna read this again. He said the degrees themselves are not clandestine, aren't clandestine. The organization that conferred them are. That means he's telling me that the College of Rites is clandestine. That's what I get.
No,
No, that's not what he's saying.
no.
Well, no, that's what I understand that he's saying. That may not be what he's conferring to, but I understand that the college rights that he's a part of is clandestine.
He said the college rights are good, but everybody else that's referring to these degrees are clandestine.
No, that's not,
God,
that's
you
not, I'm going to
you're not-
disagree with you on that because
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you why I disagree with you on that. How can you tell me that the degrees themselves are not clandestine, but the organization that confer them are? That means that the organization that he's a part of is clandestine because they confer the degree.
That don't make no.
Well,
If you tell me that the degrees are okay, but the organization that confer the degrees are clandestine, aren't you talking about yourself?
Well, yes.
Okay, then, because I don't, I mean, you know, he might be referring to me, but apparently he must be talking
think he
about
refer-
himself.
He
I have a
might have
question.
a
why is it that
yes.
we're always on this, oh, you're clandestine, but no one does it the way the West Coast do it? Quote unquote, we have a lot of Prince Hall Masons that we teach. We're not gonna call their name out. I got about 4 or 5 Prince Hall brothers that I teach. And they always say they're not learning anything. So could their lodge be bogus for not teaching the real Masons? I'm just saying.
Excuse me. I want to respond to you.
Please do.
Okay, so brother, when you start dealing with the notion of wisdom, right? It's what I said. It's not because I said it, it's a fact. It's just a true reality. Wisdom and water. Okay. So you could probably go to any Masonic lodge or Grand Lodge, and the people really like only like 10-20% of all Masons that's actually into the in-depth mysteries of this information. The rest of the brothers are there for fellowship, and then you got another level that's there to do the actual charitable work. But the people that's there because they trying to actually find out, like, how do I climb the ladder, right? That's a rare group of people. You get 100 Masons together, it's only 2 of them that's looking for that, if not just 1. So if it goes back to the old, since we're talking about this college, right? The issue, and we're talking about masonry, the issue is that to become a master mason, you had to perform a final work, right? You had to present a work that proved that you had mastered the techniques and skills that were taught to you before. Let me say it that way. All right. So you had to master the technique and skills that were taught to you as an entered apprentice. Then you had to master the techniques and skills of the fellow craft, and you were proven a master by the work that you did. That makes sense?
I got you.
Okay.
I understand.
So
I'm following you.
Yeah, I
okay.
mean,
Come on. Come on.
So
Come on.
what's happening with people is that we have an expectation. I know because I'm guilty of it, right? Is that we have an expectation that masonry, that every mason that we meet is supposed to be on the same level and seeking the same thing that I myself or somebody else that I heard of or know of or read their book was seeking as well. Whereas it's never been like that. It's never been like that. Every last one of the great ancient masters, if you go read them, will tell you it's classes and caliber of people. Okay? With these classes and caliber of people, you have to deal with the people where they are at for when they are at, not for where you want them to be. God itself does not drop total revelation on the human race because God knows what will happen. Okay. So that's what's going on with masonry, with the mysteries within masonry. We got to deal with it like, okay, where is this brother at? Okay, they want fellowship. All right, we can sit down and chop it up and talk about the game. Maybe get some hand signs and you see what I mean? Okay, this brother right here, he want to do some charity. All right, let's do some charitable work with this brother over here. This brother right here, he talking about actually studying something. What is the secret doctrine, right? That's a brother that is thinking about stuff that I'm thinking about. Okay, I can develop another level of fellowship and connection with him. But I gotta deal with the brother for where he at. It goes back to the ritual that we all was brought in on. Remember, hey, look, you know, this project we working on is almost done. You supposed to give us, you know, this information. We almost done. You ain't gave us the information. And he tell him, look, I can't give you the information. Remember that?
yeah.
Everybody on here know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Okay.
You know what you're talking about.
Right. So then if you go up to the next level, the next house, you find out that what he told them was the truth. He could not physically give them the information because they were not ready. It's still that way with people to this day.
It's true.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I think that for the most part, many of us, we don't see the underlining goal for each degree. Like the first, it's about being humble. So when I ask brothers outside of my jurisdiction, yo, do you know anything about what the underlying meaning for this degree? A lot of them don't. So this is why it took us so long in the past to get different degrees, because it wasn't about building itself. It was about you and your life. That's why you tried on 4 points per square. But
Right.
I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. It's really, you know, you can go in and read the book and you could be a parrot. But if you don't understand, like, I got to be humble this degree, or I got to control my emotions this degree, or I have to learn how to love in this degree, you pretty much just follow the path. But at some point, we have to break that and look at the deeper meaning inside stuff. But it's not going to come from everybody.
It's a thing, brother, that so I'm gonna say it to you like this, right? So there was this stonemason that from out of Athens, right? It's a very world-renowned brother in the Western civilization. World-renowned brother, okay? You cannot have received a classical education and not have read this brother. So anyway, he wrote this famous book called The Republic, right? And in this book, he described this whole system, right? Of if we could just get a nation state or a kingdom to do X, Y, and Z, we could have the perfect nation state, right? Or kingdom. All right. You jump forward 2,000 years later, people going in and out trying to achieve what this guy said, right? finally you get this guy from Prussia named Karl Marx that essentially come up with the same system and they implement it in Russia. Okay. Russia becomes, guess what? The Soviet Union. Okay. The system still collapsed. Okay, wait a minute. Why did it collapse? It collapsed because it went against how human nature actually functions. See, you can't just have everybody at the same level, right? Doing the same things and everybody go get there. They not, because the quest for what we after is self-imposed. I can't make the next man, the next brother, right, see it the way I see it, okay? I have to impose that on myself, live it out, and then maybe that will inspire, right, the next brother to come and want to, well, what is that brother doing that's making him different? Okay? Or what did that brother see or say or know that made them want to go and be the different way? This stonemason that I'm referring to is Plato, all right? So we got to understand that the masters that came before us have warned us. Nah, everybody ain't gonna see it like this, man. It's the minority of the human race see it this way. But we are tasked with setting an example so that the other people will want to more like.
So yeah, he's breaking up. You was breaking up there, Brother Bradford. He's breaking up.
Okay. I said that I say it's only a minority of the human race. Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, go ahead.
We got you.
Okay. It's only a minority of the human race that's going to see it the way that we seeing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we have the task of setting an example off of what we know that will inspire other people to want to be that way, to be the way that we think it should be. Mm-hmm. But you can't legislate this. You can't make them be that way.
Nah, they have to go through life experience. Now, I have a question for a statement. I know a lot of young brothers that's interested in the knowledge. They may have just come into a grant or jurisdiction. But what happened is when they question this type of knowledge, they get shut down. Because a lot of the leaders don't have that knowledge. So what are the young brothers, what are they supposed to do when they're ready? Because they don't have a teacher.
Well, brother, if I'm sitting in the lodge, right, and a brother asks, let's say, what is the value of the 47th proposition of Euclid, right? This is something I'm recently working on. Okay, why should we be working on this? Why is this even valuable? Or what can I gain from this as a Mason, right? And let's say the worshipful master shut him down, right? Like, brother, we ain't going through that right now. You ain't ready for that level of knowledge anyway. But yet I know in reality that, worshipful just ain't interested in that itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then it's my job, even if I'm, just a marshal, right? Or I'm just a steward, pull that brother aside. And if I have some knowledge about that, all right, so, the 47th degree is, that the 47th proposition talks about the right angle, right? And when you was raised from one point to another, and that right angle got something to do with it. Let's see if he can swallow that, right? If he can swallow that, then maybe I could take him to another level, like, with this 47 proposition, that's the way you can tell longitude and latitude. So you can literally measure the earth, which is what geometry is even about in the first place. You see that G up there? You see what I mean?
So look, brother Smith, what you got to add?
I've been quiet. I've been quiet and let y'all talking for a while. So, and listen.
Yeah, I'm sorry, brother. Quick.
No. Listen is great. You always need to listen. Listen before you say something stupid. So, into Brothers Bradford, communism will not have us doing what we need to do. We need to have capitalism because I see what you're doing and I want to get it better. That's maybe something coming up in your masonry journey. Okay, now I see that as you saying that. So I feel that. But when a brother feels as though I'm better than you because the I'm gonna bring us back to the subject because I'm recognized by this person is not a good thing.
But well, let's add to that.
I agree, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, because tonight we're actually talking about the college grades of the United States of America, which consist of those primitive rights degrees. There was a gentleman in the chat that's clearly stated that those degrees are legit. However, the ones who initiate those degrees are not. He tells me that he's a member and he has those degrees, or that he studies those degrees. And if he finds that the degrees are legit, but for those who initiate in the degrees are not, that's an oxymoron. I mean, because you have them and because somebody else initiates in them, they're clandestine. But the way you do it is right. That doesn't add up. But however, that's his opinion. And everybody has a right to their own opinion. And I respect that. But don't tear someone else down because they disagree with you.
Tony, that would make him, if he is in a regular body like they say he is, like he's saying he is, he's in a regular body and he's not clandestine, he can never make a Misraim Rite. He can never do the Misraim Rite degree.
Because he clandestine himself.
That's true.
Now,
You're right. He can never do it. He can read about it, but he can never do it.
He can never be one. He can, oh, this is a degree and I got it, but I can never tell anybody. I can never turn around and bring somebody into Misraim. I can never make you a 90th degree Mason because it is clandestine for me. Brother Badford, when you get up to 32nd or 33rd, I'm going to tell you like it is. We going to walk that walk. And from me to you, I'm telling you right now on this live, on YouTube or whatever, being recorded, I will walk you through the Misraim with my clandestine ass.
Hey, brother, I'm already a sublime prince. Okay, and
I'm a little bit more than that, bro.
yeah, I have respect for all of it. Trust me. Respect is a big thing where I come.
Mm-hmm.
Are you? But I don't. I just don't have an issue with people that's different from me. I think that's what brought me to Brother Hawkins. Okay. I understand that we have, people go argue they got the best of systems in the world. People go start arguing about that. But I am interested to see what is Memphis Misraim. I have never read any literature about it. I just know if Brother Hawkins is a part of it, Brother Hawkins and I agree. Heretofore, we agree about pretty much everything we said. I was a little bit scared for him reading about it, Lester Crowley, but he's still here with us. Okay? So I come back to say, I don't have no problems with people going through this stuff. Being members of Memphis Misraim. That may be the verdict of the Grand Lodge for PHA, and I'm not against it. It's just I don't have no problem calling somebody clandestine and all this other stuff. If you're a Mason, you're a Mason. If you truly after the knowledge, oh, you truly after the knowledge. You see the same thing I see. You trying to describe what I'm trying to describe.
All right, brother Bradford.
But I thank
love
you for that, though, brother.
I
Thank
feel you. I feel you. You
Yeah.
know what I'm here for? I'm here for the
What's that,
drinks and
brother?
the party. For the drinks
Absolutely.
and the
The
party.
drinks at the party.
I'm not here for the wisdom and learning something new and learning about all my stuff that they have forced upon me.
You know what
you know what I was here for? Because
what's that?
I wanted to be like my granddaddy. I wanted to be like my great uncles. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Right.
when I got accepted with my petition and everything, Tony Muhammad just happened to be in the lodge.
Really? Is that what happened, brother?
Just happened to be in the lodge, bro.
Wait, I got a question. Did he at least remember you?
Yes.
Because he showed him remember me. And he initiated me.
He
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
initiated
go
you,
ahead and
remember
laugh.
me? Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I
he
called
remember
Hawkins.
me.
I'm in Mississippi. Hey, who is this? I said, his son. He just initiated me. It took about 30 minutes. Oh, yeah. My bad, son. My bad. You got to watch Hawkins. Like, he gonna forget you. Look at him
Oh
laughing.
yeah.
Hey, son. You know your nickname, right?
EA Sutton.
I put his nickname in my phone, Inner Apprentice Sutton, because he called me out the blue. He said, "Hey, brother Hawkins, how you doing, brother? I appreciate you, blah, blah, blah." I was like, "Who is this?" He said, "Bro, you just initiated me a couple of weeks ago." I was like, "Bro, I'm sorry." So I put him in my phone. He's always been that person to me. And he always remind me, yeah, I'm always gonna be an inner apprentice. He had me rolling. I ain't even lying.
Yeah. Brother Hawkins, you very charismatic. That's one, right? And you have a very generous spirit. So you probably run into so many people that you have tried to contribute to their life that you don't remember them all at the moment. But you just know if I meet you, you're a human. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do good by you. Okay, which that's a basic good rule to live by.
Hey, bro, because
always remember me.
Hey, shakalaka boom boom.
Oh damn. Oh damn.
Look, I got a story. To tell. Is it okay if I tell a story?
Yes, sir. Please do, sir.
No, not you. He knew what I'm talking about. Is it okay if I tell a story? No, I ain't gonna tell a story. I ain't gonna tell it.
Nah, why don't you tell the story?
Nope.
So
look,
everybody
that's
that
in-house.
I know can.
Huh?
Well, it's different.
It's in-house though. It's
in-house.
That's truly
it's in-house.
Look. Let's have an understanding. You traveled all over the world. All over the world, you traveled for a whole year. Think about that. For a whole year, you traveled all over the world in the Navy. You visited lodges when you was in the Navy. You guys had a private internet on the ship of 10,000 people with number Masons on there, right? Of all jurisdictions on this ship. You was that guy on the boat that people knew. You had that command. You was that it factor. You had all these email addresses.
Yeah.
All the Masons on the aircraft carrier, and all of y'all was from various jurisdictions from all over the place in the United States. But you was on this ship, and you mean to tell me you went all over the world and visit these lodges when you docked, when you went in, and you did what you did, and you walked right on in. Am I lying or am I lying?
No, you're not lying.
I'm just saying, that's a love story, and we know. I'm just saying.
Can I go deeper? We have a particular degree for which the password, which the meaning is backwards. It's not even true. So, yeah.
Yeah, it was wild.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. It was pretty wild. But I understand a lot more about masonry from that experience. I understand, different Masons and whatever they are, I understand a lot. And it molded me in this journey that I'm going on to be different.
I mean, just think about it. And I
I'm
say that
different.
because the different individuals who I've met who have traveled the world, they see Masonry different than those in the United States who have not left and traveled the world.
It's different. It's different from when I was trying to petition my uncle in Georgia when he said, when I was petitioning my uncle and I kept saying, I want to become a Mason. I want to become a Mason. He was like, nah, you go to California and when you come back, you need to come back with a Mason. And this man gave me a shirt with people riding goats. All right. And it had Mason at the top with people riding goats on it. And he was like, wear this shirt. And when somebody said, hey, what you know about that shirt? Said, I'm trying to find some light. You put me in a shirt. I wish I knew what that shirt was right now, because I'd probably wear it a lot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's how I wound up with the jurisdiction I'm in. The jurisdiction I'm in, brother said, hey, okay, let's see what we're going to do. Filled out an application, talked to everybody, came, whoop, whoop. They was like, okay, you good. We like you. We're going to bring you in. Came in, everything was good. Went through my first degree. I'm like, yeah, I just want to be around y'all. I really don't care what this sign is, what that is. We doing all these damn hand gestures. Who gives a fuck? Stumbled into my second degree. They was like, well, what's this? And I was like, okay, what's 357? Some numbers that add up to 15. You know what I'm saying? They was like, okay, we know you're going on deployment. You've been studying a little bit. You tried to live, which I hadn't been. I ain't gonna lie to you. I hadn't been studying. I was like, yeah, y'all gonna accept me or not? Because I'm cool just coming. Right? So somewhat made me the man, let's just say, and Shakalaka Boom was revealed. Went on deployment for 1 year with the password of Shakalaka Boom Boom. I saw so much stuff. Made me come back. I start reading my stuff now. Now I'm like, oh, maybe I should have learned something. Learn what everything was, why I need to be cautious, why I need to do certain things. So it was a little different for me. But now it's like, yeah, let's just say, if you try me, I can be that dude. I will take your light off your body. But I'm not like that.
Don't try me.
Oh, wow.
I will take your light off your body. I will steal your soul and sell it to Nubis because he likes me.
Ooh, he didn't say that.
And then I'll turn around and we can sit around and understand why the wind, the moon, why the wind, the earth, the sun, and the waters flow through heaven, which is the earth.
I am as Anubis, saluting the morning sun. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the wrong ritual.
Ooh.
I'm just saying.
Y'all better watch out now. Y'all doing too much. You're doing too much.
Hey, to the brother that said the person that giving out the degrees was bogus, clandestine, you should come out to the West Coast and let me get a hold of you one day, boy. Give me 10 minutes. I'll bring the dead to you.
I'll bring the
Don't do no
dead
bogus
to you.
out here.
And the thing is, if you ever talk to me and Brother Eric will come at you one way and bring the dead out you. I'll be a totally different way, and I'll still bring the same thing out you. And you'll be mad at both of us in the end for no damn reason. We just trying to be peaceful Masons. Because I'm not a Freemason, because I've been free all my damn life and all my generations.
West Coast don't raise masters. We only got Masons. That's another topic.
See the guy?
I get it. I get it.
See why I'm the way I am? I got Smitty. I got Sutton. Man, y'all raising some monsters out west.
We don't have no master. You're a master. I don't know. You're some road which you got something between your legs that ain't there.
Called demons.
Man, hey, the world ain't ready for what y'all cooking up out west. I'm very appreciative to have elders like you guys pushing it forward.
Hold on, DS. Let me make a small correction. California is not the West. California is actually the East. Remember, they changed the map around.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
Nah, he ain't lying. He's true and exact.
I know.
It's the island of California, just like it's the island of Mississippi. We ain't got no 50 states. We got 50 islands. Come on here and get some of these East Coast and I'll watch these burning draws for you.
What is the definition of an island?
We got that Nile River ism for y'all out here.
Straight through the Mississippi.
Now you're talking. See, now you're going somewhere else talking about the Nile River in Mississippi. Now look, everybody ain't ready for that conversation.
Well, when Nile River,
everybody ain't ready for that conversation. The Nile River in the Mississippi. Nope. Everybody ain't ready for that.
Look,
hey Tony, I don't think the world know you got this many heavyweights next to you.
Well, Sutton said a long time ago, I'm the face, and once you get past the face, it's like demon spawn or some shit.
Yeah, spawn demon.
Don't need to be the sixth man, come off the bench, ready to shoot.
You get past them.
Smitty said, just be the sixth man, come off the bench, ready to shoot, Rich.
That's right.
Oh my goodness.
I'm just staying warm at all times.
Look.
Come out to the island of California. Let's give you on a spiritual initiation. Look, we did initiation one time, Brother Bradford. We wouldn't let Hawkins record it. This dude went on live Facebook about 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning for about 2 hours because he was amazed at what we were doing. We changed the game. We're not no Perry Mason. We're going to bring it to you.
Well, that's why I like to stay in contact with Brother Hawkins, because I know Brother Hawkins is connected to other brothers that see the world more attuned the way I see it. Okay. There's nothing that I ever brought up or anybody that I met on a Zoom call with Brother Hawkins that didn't vibe on the same level. And I used to talk to him even when I was a fellow craft and became a master mason, received those degrees, that I'm like, everybody else is not catching on to what I'm catching on to. Even my own cable toes, God loved them and so do I. But I had to come to that realization. Wisdom in water seeks its own level, okay? And the people that I meet along this particular journey, they may not, it's not that I don't love them brothers any less, it's just that we going down a different road, okay? So that's the reason why I come on here when I can, to see what's going on and what knowledge can I gain and what light can I contribute.
Hey, for those who are excited about having their Hermetic degree, let me go ahead and break something down to y'all. It's just an extension of the fellowcraft degree. That's all it is.
Hey,
anybody that understands the tarot card in the weeks of the month, you know what I'm saying? You just extend the fellowcraft. So don't think because you got those
Brother Sutton.
Yeah.
Brother Sutton.
What's that?
I would not reveal the secrets to a fellow craft or to an inner apprentice or those who are not Masons. Duh.
That's for the lower degrees. That's not for hermetic. That's different.
No, that's for everything. That's for everything, every degree. If you are a noble, I will not divulge this to anyone else.
They can know what anyway.
Calm yourself down.
Oh, y'all got me rolling.
You started
but look, I think we've been on here now for about 2 hours.
I just got one last question.
Yeah, go for it.
I heard them talk about clandestine degrees and all that. What do y'all think about the Buffalo Lodge, the Flintstone degree? I keep bringing it up, but I keep seeing it all over social media. These Buffaloes, these Fred Flintstones, these yabba yabba dudes. Shriners.
I know nothing about that particular degree.
I'm ignoring you. Because nobody come out the Caucasus Mountains gonna have a degree. You came out the Caucasus
The Yaku degree.
Do you know what you are? The
Yaku degree.
So you are representing you coming out of the mountains with made whiteness. No. I'm sorry, Candace Owens. We are not finna have that conversation.
They have
yabba yabba do.
They are created by Yaku and they have creative degrees. That's all I can say. Brother Sutton said that just in case.
Hey, Brother Bradford, what do you think about the yabba yabba do degrees? Do they offer it where you're at?
No, they don't. Not that I know of. And I got to be honest with you. Anything that was a Fred Flintstone degree, okay, I would be real cautious of it.
Apprehensive, huh?
I'd just be very apprehensive, brother. Because I know, like we've been saying, it's something that somebody probably made up, all right? Mm-hmm. So if they made it up, that's fine for them. They made that up over there. To them be their way, to me be mine, right? So, you got your made up degree over there. I understand the Khazarians got to have their own system. So let them have it. Okay.
It's more ancient than Islam. It's caveman.
It's caveman. I mean,
I want to make up degree. I'm going to put together a degree called the black ass niggas. Oh, my bad. The black ass Negroes degree. And I want everybody to join me. And we going to have that degree. Because that'll be an awesome degree.
We'll call it the Colonel Sanders degree. We'll eat buckets of chicken and watermelon.
Y'all doing too much.
I got the Colonel Sanders degree.
We finna get ready to log off. I appreciate everybody coming on. If anybody got any last words that they want to say, you're certainly welcome to say it. And
probably in your chat, because they probably talking bad about us.
Real bad. Yeah, they probably are.
I really don't care.
Man, look. Brother Bradford,
let them talk bad.
I'm gonna tell you this, bro.
Yeah.
Be safe.
And hey, Brother Bradford, where you at?
Because
I'm in Cincinnati.
Said in the chat.
Are you in Cincinnati?
Yes,
okay.
yes.
I seen the things they said in the chat, bro. And I don't know. I just want you to be safe. I just want. Because
are they angry with me, brother?
Man, they angry. I'm letting you know. I was reading the chat, bro, and they angry at you. They angry at you because you were talking to me. They're angry at you. The mere fact that you even popped and showed your face. They said it was Masonic suicide. That's what they said you committed. I'm just saying.
They're jealous. They be all right.
Hey, Tony, why did you talk about me?
Better go watch John Wick.
Hold on.
They don't put a bounty on you.
They 18 million. Committed Masonic suicide tonight. Now
they said it's 18 million.
Hey, Bradford, if you committed Masonic suicide, let me help you out. Aries Lodge, number 4, John G. Jones, Grand Lodge of California, will accept your demit letter from whoever the fuck fucking with you. Come on over, my brother. Worship Master Smith right here. Come on over.
And Brother Bradford, anytime you want to, you can always come visit my
I'm gonna kick you off.
Hold on.
I'm gonna kick you off right now.
Come and visit Brother Sutton's Esoteric Lodge under John G. Jones. The hell with them. What they gonna do? We're right.
What? Come on over. Come on over.
Look.
You can go to the Esoteric Lodge. You can join the mainstream lodge area. We're mainstream. You can join our Esoteric Lodge. I'm a part of the Esoteric Lodge myself. Yes, right. Come
Matter of
on
fact,
over, brother.
hey, you want your hermetics? Come holler at us. We got
Come,
you back. You know what I'm saying?
Come holler at you. Hey, here. You know what that
Come
is,
on,
bro. Come
Talking
holler
about
at
you
me.
committed Masonic.
You
Hey,
know what I'm saying?
y'all committed Masonic suicide by
That's right.
watching this video.
Hey,
we not
and not only that, the ones who said it, one of them is a administrator guy. He's a Prince Hall brother. He's an administrator. He was like, damn, that brother just committed Masonic suicide. And then the other one came on and was like, he's dead. I'm like, oh my God. But look, it's been fun, man. It's been fun.
I got you. Don't worry about
Shout out
saying
to
it, my
brother Yoda and where's Juck and Doss?
Duncan Doss and that other one, brother Fluff.
Yeah, Yoda
Oh,
and Duck and Jaws.
clowning.
Oh, he
They
said
just
brother
clowning.
Fluff. I've heard of him. I don't personally know him, but I've heard of this gentleman.
So
Hey
let me
Tony,
help
don't
you
forget
out.
the Raisin in the Desert.
Oh yeah. Let me
When
say
is that?
this here. The Raising in the Desert is going to be happening in April the 29th in Las Vegas. If you feel freaky and you want to jump and you want to see something that's totally awesome, you
Come on,
need to
Yoda.
come see the Raising in the Desert. That's
Nobody
all
want to
I'm
come out
saying.
here with y'all clandestine
Yoda
people.
and Duck and Josh should come to the Raisin. I'll put them up in the hotel. I'll show them around. I'll drive them around, whatever they need. Come on, Yoda.
You know what you're doing right now? I'm sorry, Diaz, but you showing your light skin side. No, keep some to ourselves.
I'm Portuguese and African. I can't help it.
No, you showing your light skin side.
Cabo Verde.
Hey, I'm going to say to those who are on the YouTube live watching us, I'm going to say good night to you. Whatever you do, stay out the bushes, keep your light on, and until next time, peace and be well. And to those who are here.